Impressive, however, I studied the president's signature and compared it with those at the bottom of identical letters, and he had sent to other Eagle Scouts in the troop, and I came to the conclusion that I was not holding a personal letter from the President of the United States. I was holding a little form letter. Don't get me wrong, blank is, or it is a nice gesture, and I appreciate the sentiment. But I decided then and there that if I ever found myself in a position of sending out thousands of letters to Eagle Scouts everywhere, I wouldn't try to fool the recipient into thinking that they have received something unique, personal after all. Um, blank is a trustworthy, or a scout is trustworthy. Whether he goes and becomes the president of the United States or a host on a show or on a cable television, which is why I am absolutely clear about my nature of this letter. While I am, in fact, writing every word, I did not write it specifically for you. But it goes on and on and on and on. That was just like the
Wow.
first two paragraphs.
Yeah, I was kind of. I mean, I wasn't.
But it
Eh,
says, live the scout law, remember the scout oath, and remember the scout. A scout is clean, but not afraid to get dirty. Micro.
Mike,
And it says P.S. The signature, though photocopied, is really mine.
I like
So,
that.
but this is on his website,
Yeah.
um, and it says Micro is completely transparent, totally honest. Eagle Scout congratulatory form letter. It says step one: download Micro is completely transparent, totally honest. Eagle Scout congratulatory form letter. Step two: print a copy. Um, three: fill in the blanks, and like um, and and give it to some or an Eagle Scout in your life. But it says for more information of the evaluation, Micro is completely transparent and totally honest. Eagle Scout congratulatory form letter. Check out Facebook posts that expired it. So I mean that's on his website.
Huh.
Is that he's got this form letter and it's really funny. I am actually going to go through and read this later.
Yeah.
They're
Sounds
finished reading it
cool.
just because it seems I don't know. There's something about Micro that I just love. I mean, I
Mhm.
watch his videos
Yeah.
because for a while after he got done with Dirty Jobs, he started posting videos, and a lot of people kept saying he was kind of gearing up for presidency because he would post a lot of political stuff.
Oh wow.
Um, but it was funny because there's a lot of his views I agree with,
Yeah.
and it's funny because he's not one side or the other. He's just this is what I want for the people, and so and I'm not gonna say if if he does or doesn't, but if he does, I'll vote for
Oh yeah, definitely. That'd be
him.
great. I'd vote for him.
Fellow Eagle Scout.
Yeah, for sure. When was the last time we had an Eagle Scout president?
I'm not sure.
Huh.
I know I heard Obama didn't show up to the jamboree and he wouldn't even sign Eagle Scout letters.
Yeah,
Um,
he didn't. I mean, when I got
and
mine, yeah, it was definitely a signature where it was copied.
right. Um, so it was mine because I got mine when he was president. Um, and then I'm trying to think. Um, I know that Trump went to the National Jamboree.
Yep, I heard about that when I went to. Yeah,
I didn't hear what he said, but I heard he went. And to me, the
yeah,
fact that he just showed up,
yeah. I
like
mean, that,
he
it
could
was
showed up,
nice.
said a few words. I
It
heard
was
what he
definitely
said
nice.
wasn't great, but
Yeah.
either way,
I,
the fact that he showed up just made it, even if he would have sent somebody on his behalf,
yeah.
that makes it worthwhile. But like I said, I think Micro was a great would have. I'm actually gonna go back. I found the video of him what he said,
Oh,
and I'm gonna see. I want to go back and watch it just because I never got the chance to. I didn't even know that he spoke.
yeah.
But a lot of his videos that he posts on his Facebook page, I liked his page because I love a lot of the videos that he posts.
Mhm.
Just because they're so real. He doesn't
Yeah.
hide behind anything. Even on his new series, he doesn't hide. Because at one point he's like, okay, he said, he's like, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And he looked at the camera and he goes, yes, I'm actually leaving. He said, I'm not going to create the illusion that the host stays here,
Yeah.
for endless hours and actually does something. He said, no, I'm gonna go home and I'll come back tomorrow and these guys will be hard at work.
Yeah.
like, but the fact that he's like, I'm honest,
And that's, I mean, a scout is trustworthy. The last or the president that received this honor of becoming an Eagle Scout was President Ford.
really,
Yeah. the one the one that Mike Rose talking about, and I think that's why I referenced a scout is trustworthy in there.
Yeah.
Um, that was just that's what I found out. Steven Spielberg were all Boy Scouts who was it a Eagle Scout as well. That's cool. I didn't know that, Steven Spielberg, but that makes sense. I mean, scouting does teach you a lot. It teaches you to help out people.
Right.
And I think that's why I'd share a lot of views with him as well, is because like you get brought up in the society of scouting where it's like you got to do good for the world, and you're like, all right, start with an Eagle Scout project, and you kind of build from there. But it's absolutely amazing the effect that scouting has on the world. It's not just here in the USA; it's here across the world. Um, and that's the family of scouting, the Florida. How do you pronounce that? The Florida France.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
The little.
So I was curious how many presidents were Eagle Scouts at all,
Mm-hmm.
and Gerald Ford was the only
That's the
president
only
who has
one.
ever achieved within the organization because the Boy Scouts of America was founded in 1911. Um, hey, it's the same year my favorite gun was made. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Ford is the only president who has actually achieved the highest honor achievable within the organization. Ford was president from 1974 to 1977. Numerous presidents, however, have been involved with the Boy Scout organization. So he is the only one that is. So we've only had one Eagle Scout president.
Yeah.
And I think Ford was actually a very good president, if I
Yeah.
remember my history correctly. Um,
Definitely. I haven't heard anything bad.
right.
So.
Um, I'm trying to see. I think I found the same article that you did of who all were Eagle Scouts.
Yeah.
Because there's Gerald R. Ford, um, and there is Steven Spielberg. Yeah, that's all it says. But no, I would honestly I would love to see another um, Eagle Scout president. Just because I feel like their intentions would be a lot more pure than a lot of other ones. So, um, but it didn't answer my question because I was looking to see if he's actually an Eagle Scout, and he didn't. Oh, well, he did say that because he said when I received my letter from the president, I realized that it wasn't real.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So we've got that. That was the first thing in our movie Madness Monday. What do we got next?
We have the Wasp in full effect.
Yes. So, for those of you who haven't seen it, the Ant-Man was a movie that came out a little while ago. It had Paul Rudd in it. It was actually really good. I liked it.
Really?
And Ant-Man, and what it is it's a so it's essentially a suit.
Yeah.
Ant-Man's been around for a long time, and he's a superhero who found out or pretty much invented the ability to shrink down to ant size, and also technology to communicate with ants. So there's a lot of cool things that he could do.
Huh.
And I read just the commercial. I'm like, that looks super sweet because it had Paul Rudd in it, so they added a comedy feature to it,
Oh.
and made it kind of funny. But so you get into the movie, and the movie is about the original Ant-Man kind of passing the torch to Paul Rudd's character, and how he kind of works in the universe that he's in, and so they are returning. Paul Rudd is returning um, to. Oh, he's apparently also a screenwriter, but he's also going to be the role of Ant-Man. And so for those of you that haven't seen Ant-Man, there's going to be a few spoilers real quick, as long as you're okay with that,
Oh
right?
yeah. I'm
Okay.
alright.
So Ant-Man, like I said, he was passing the torch to Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd was just a guy he found that he thought would have the possibility to actually pull it off. Well, the original Ant-Man has a daughter, um, and she's been kind of bitter because she never knew how her mom died. Well, her mom died because her mom was the Wasp, who was with Ant-Man. They were a duo. She was like kind of the sidekick. And the Wasp died in one day when they were in the middle of a mission. And they found he reinvented another Wasp suit, and at the end of Ant-Man, he gives her the permission to be the Wasp. So you get to see the actual. There's actually pictures of the Wasp's suit, like I said, in full effect, and how it looked compared to the cartoon or the comics. And they have so that's going to be in the new movie. They're going to have Ant-Man and the Wasp is the name of the movie. It's Ant-Man 2. And I don't know. I think it's a cool concept. So what it is he's Ant-Man. He can shrink down. The Wasp, I think, can shrink down to the same size, has some of the kind of the same powers, but she can fly. Um, uh, um, yeah, it's so and I did, if I'm not wrong, they could have a standalone movie.
Mm.
Um, but if you go on IMDb, they've got the what's it called? It tells you what the movie's about.
Trailer?
Not the trailer, the actual written synopsis. Thank you.
Synopsis. There we go.
It says Scott Lang has become, or Scott Lang balances being both superhero and father. Hope Van Dyne and Dr. Hank present an urgent new mission that finds Ant-Man fighting alongside the Wasp to uncover secrets from their past. So in Ant-Man, they found out, it kind of goes back to Tony Stark's father, was trying to get their hands on this technology, and this guy said no way, and he took it with him and hid it for years, and then somebody finally figured it out, and so that's when he got Paul Rudd's character to become the Ant-Man again to fight, the new. I don't even know what I think they named him the Hornet or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember he kind of looked like a bee. I don't know what exactly his character was, but it was an actual like metal suit. It was this big metal suit that shrunk down really tiny. Versus Paul Rudd's character just had like a, like a normal superhero suit. It was almost like a skin tight suit with a mask on, and he had like a backpack and whatnot.
Well, it was because I saw this in what movie was it? I think it was. I don't think it was Avengers. It was one of one of those movies though. It was the guy who can like shrink down really small and then grow to be this huge thing. And they had like this fight at this airport. And it was like Captain America was like going against these other superheroes. Civil War.
It was in Civil War.
Yes.
Okay. Let's find out.
Let's take a peek.
You want to keep telling us about it?
Yeah, so basically the whole story is like the organization, I think it was like a NATO type figure of the world said, these guys are too dangerous. We need to have some force that is overseeing them. And half of them are like, okay, yeah, I'm okay with that. And the other half was like, nah. So as they continue on with the story, they basically are fighting each other, and it takes place at this one airport. I'm forgetting what city, but I remember they brought in like this teenager who was like the Spider-Man character, and they had this Ant-Man as well. And like it really surprised people with this new like Ant-Man.
Did he look like that?
Yep.
That was Ant-Man.
That was Ant-Man?
That was Ant-Man.
Okay. So that makes more sense now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so he can grow really small, and I guess he can grow really big too. I didn't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the movie.
He was like a giant, and I was like, wow, this is interesting. I've never seen like this superhero before, but now that I know it's Ant-Man, that makes more sense.
You should go back and watch the movie. The movie is really good.
All right.
Because there's one point when they try to break into the Avengers lair or whatever, and some of the people, like, they trip the alarm. Some people come running out. He's, tiny, and he's fighting the Avengers, and he shrinks down really small, and he's like, whispering in